Hello, my name is Jacob, and today I will be talking about our SubSonic 22 silencer. As you may have noticed, I am speaking in English. The reason for this is simply that it was way too time consuming to write subtitles for the videos. Therefore, it is my hope that not too many people will mind that I am speaking in English rather than in Danish. But enough about language and more about silencers. The SubSonic 22 is a small, lightweight and cheap silencer with a sufficient volume for a caliber 22 LR to offer a good degree of suppression. Of course, it does not take much to suppress a 22 LR round, since it has so little gunpowder volume. The silencer is composed of a front part and a rear part, with the rear part being just this little short, sort of a reverse baffle really, with the thread here for mounting on the rifle. More or less 99% of all caliber 22 LR rifles are equipped with a 1/2 inch x 20 thread, but since there are a lot of other threads employed, we make this SubSonic 22 silencer with the 1/2 inch 20 thread, the 1/2 inch x 29 thread, 12x1 metric, 13x1, 14x1, 15x1, 16x1 and 18x1. So there should be a fair opportunity to mount this silencer on your rifle. The front part here is made up of modules. As for most of our other silencers, we offer 5 modules per standard and a top module. The module is made of pure aluminum. This is both to keep the weight down and to keep the costs down. There aren't really much use for steel in a silencer for a caliber 22 LR silencer, because it will never get that hot that it'll be damaged. And even if it were, it would be significantly cheaper to simply exchange modules rather than making more durable modules. Now, I mentioned earlier that it doesn't really take much to suppress a caliber 22 LR. But regardless of this, due to requests, we made a way to combine the front part of the SubSonic 22, actually also the SubSonic 17, but that I will save for a different video, to combine this front with a Sonic 35 rear part. Now this is a Sonic 35 compact rear part, notice the old engraving, and this is a normal long Sonic 35 rear part with our newer engraving. Due to some changes to this connective piece here, as we call it, we have made it with a thread that fits with this front part, allowing us now to have sort of a combination of a SubSonic 35, of a regular Sonic 35 rear part and a SubSonic 22 front part. Now, we gain several things by doing this. Of course, I must also mention that the price rises dramatically by adding this part, because it is a lot of work making the steel tube, the rear tube, all of these parts. So obviously, for most people, I would certainly recommend just the standard cheap SubSonic 22. But what you do gain from this combination is, firstly, a support bushing in the rear end for stability. Not really that relevant for range shooting and stuff like that, but at least for people hunting small varmint game, stuff like that, when you walk around with the silencer, might be nice having that support. So just in the instance that you bang into something, you have additional support. What you also gain, let's see if I can open this the right place. Doesn't really seem to be cooperating. So we will open this one instead. What we also gain is a muzzle brake. And now, for regular caliber 22 LR, a muzzle brake is of course completely superfluous. It doesn't really serve much of a purpose. But you can also use this silencer for other caliber 22 or other 22 calibers. For instance, the Winchester Magnum caliber, the VMR 22 caliber, which has significantly more gunpowder than a 22 LR. And here, the muzzle brake will serve to help protect the first modules, which are made of pure aluminum. And therefore, for these combinations, this steel muzzle brake will certainly help give a longer lifespan to the silencer. Of course, this is just for niche users, I would say. But still, we have been quite surprised at how many people prefer this overbarrel design to, let's say, our normal SubSonic 22 design. And of course, there is also some aesthetics to it. I can also appreciate that this is a fairly nice looking silencer. I always like the proportions that arise from a short rear part and a long front. I think it's rather pleasing. That's of course an entirely personal opinion, but at least a lot of people actually choose this combination, not because it's better, not because it's lighter, and not because it's cheaper, but simply because they like the aesthetics of it better. And now, you can't feel these in my hand, but let me tell you, this single rear part weighs as much as this entire silencer, so obviously you not only make the silencer more expensive, you also make it more heavy. And at the end of the day, I guess that's the reason why we are selling tens of thousands of these silencers and hundreds of the combination of the front part with this rear part. But regardless, we have the modularity to allow our customers to purchase exactly the combination that will suit them best. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next week.